Yeah, my bad for that. We had a little technical difficulties, but back to what I was talking about for real. It's real ignorant for us to continue to keep asking about police and, you know what I mean, when all they want to do is talk about politicians. Politicians, all they want to do is talk about property. They don't care nothing about people. They don't care nothing about people. They supposed to be the representatives of the people, and they don't never care about us. They don't never do nothing for us. Here, yeah, they might, you know what I mean, they might donate to a certain organization, you know what I mean, fundle a couple dollars in there, but that's all about the money. They only put it in the hands of organizations and people who they know that they can finagle and do things with, or maybe they got ideas and think that they can finagle with them later on. But very seldomly do we get our just deserved. We don't, matter of fact, we'll never get our just deserved. We might get a little piece, a little inkling of a piece of what we think we might deserve, but we ain't getting it. Man, this whole country was built off of us. This whole establishment was made by us. Everything. And here we are settling for less, settling for nothing, settling for what they want to give to us. How are we going to keep doing that? How are we going to keep taking the back seat for them? You know what I mean? Is that what you want your children to build on? You want your children to build on being a sucker, being a little punk? Because they so-called the system, they untouchable. The untouchables, man. That's what we should call them, because that's how we act. That's how we act, except for revolutionaries, when you actually stand up. And then when you stand up and you start speaking, you know what I mean, you start speaking for real, on some real stuff, then that's when you become some type of tyrant. You know what I mean? That's when you become their terrorist. Of course you're going to be their terrorist if you're going against what they saying. If you rounding up the people and you tell them, let's go, let's get them, then they going to start getting scared. When they start getting scared, that's when it start happening. When you start affecting their money, not when you stand outside with picket signs. Sheila Dixon don't give a damn about a picket sign. Sheila Dixon don't give a damn about that. Neither do any of them other politicians. Man, we done laid in the street. We done ran and talked to politicians, for politicians. You know what I mean? They don't care about us. They supposed to be the representatives, but they not. Because who gonna check them? Who gonna check them? If you telling them that they at a court order to pay the people of the school system and they ain't gonna do it, then you go to the judge and the judge say, yeah, they wrong. Now what? Who gonna lock them up? You gonna get some police off the street to go and lock up the school board? Nah, cause they all in bed together. They all riding with each other. Some way they riding with each other, because that money don't leave their circle. They make sure of that. Yeah, you might get a little piece, and you might think that black people have arrived and all the rest of that, because you think that you got a couple dollars. But just because you get a piece of paper in the hood and move out of it don't make you shit. That don't make you nothing. I just want to make sure you know that. Whoever, yeah, you the one I'm talking to. The person that's sitting there thinking that, you know what I mean, he full of bullshit, this, that, and the third. This right here is real. And this ain't, you know what I mean, this, I'm gonna come to y'all with some statistics and all of that, but I wanted y'all to know who I am first. You know what I mean? And this voting shit just really gotta stop, because they don't care about us. They was counting you as what, 2/3? 3/5. 3/5 of a human being. 3/5. And they call us lazy. They call black people lazy. Let me make sure I get that right. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about black people. They call black people lazy. How you gonna call original people of the world racist? Original people of this earth. How you gonna call us lazy? We built this shit, man. Not only did we build this shit, but then we built the pyramids and all the other wonders of this here's land. And we gonna get called lazy? We get called racist whenever we step up and say something. Or it's reverse racism. Then you got niggas like Nas who want to say something, and then he step down talking about, nah, I ain't political. What's your little fruity name? Kanye West said George Bush don't like black people. Then he got scared. You see what happened to him? You see what happened to him? You know what I mean? They step on you. If you think you're thinking about stepping on them, they gonna make sure it. They gonna make sure that us as a people don't have no other messiah step up. We ain't gonna never have another Marcus Garvey or Malcolm X or Huey P. Newton as long as they want it. As long as they don't want us to have it, we ain't gonna have it unless we stand together. But the people right now that's hating on this, hating on people like me, standing up and saying something, they gonna be the ones that come and attack it. They gonna be the ones. Man, I wish a cracker would get on here and say something. I wish a cracker would comment on here. I want you to. I want you to. And matter of fact, you shouldn't be scared of it. Because y'all protected. Y'all is all protected. I don't give a damn where you from or who you riding with. Y'all protected. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be them Negroes that's out there who gonna be, you know what I'm saying, well, he's out of line and he shouldn't call them crackers. Or and let me lay this basis right now before I get this response. Look, don't come to me talking about, well, they shouldn't, white people shouldn't have to face what their ancestors chose to do, just like we shouldn't feel the pain for our ancestors. My ancestors bled and died. Bled and fucking died. Women was raped in shacks. Think I'm proud of, you know what I'm saying, I'm proud of that? I want to be proud of my parents. I want to be proud of their parents. And I'm supposed to lay down and talk about how our ancestors got whipped. If you tried to run and take your freedom, they cut your fucking leg off. They would kill your kids. Do you not understand that shit? It's right there. They ain't gonna hide it, because they know it. They used to cut off the penis and decide who was gonna take it home. Emmett Till was burned, lynched, shot. Mary Turner was pregnant. They beat the baby out of her stomach. Baby fell to the ground, crushed the head of the baby, sold cats inside of her. Look it up. You on the internet right now. Don't tell me you can't. Look that shit up. Look it up. Because this shit is ridiculous, man. Don't tell me that shit was a long time ago and all the rest of that. Because they benefiting off of that. Bank of America, which used to be Nations Bank, which used to be something else, which we was the ones who they our ancestors. You don't want to say we, you don't want to say I wasn't no slave, I ain't too damn for all the rest of that bullshit. Your ancestors were the ones that their ancestors put on the stocks, the original stocks. So you call yourself a trader, you use trade, that's what they was trading off of auction blocks. That's what they ain't had no motherfucking NASDAQ. It was your ancestors. They put them on there and they said, look, which one you want? We got a fine brown one here. Make a good house nigga. Good for the taking, that you whip a good. The fuck you think about that? Fuck they talking about your wife right there, huh? How would you feel about that for real? How would you feel about them talking about your wife like she was some damn mule? Trading her ass for a mule. How would you feel about that? Would that be like a man to you? Or if they came down there and raped your wife while your son and you were standing there? You couldn't say shit because you get killed, and so it's your son and her. How would you feel about that? That's what this country is based on. And we standing around acting like some ignorant niggas because we too scared to step on them. We feel like we inadequate. If we started blasting the news and blasting this YouTube and all the rest of that with this right here, they shut it down. So then we start going to the streets because then we be mad. We don't get mad, we don't get affected until they come and hit our house, till they lock one of our loved ones up, till they come and say something to us. And then after a couple days, you know what I mean, then, you know what I'm saying, then you fade away, because we don't care no more. We become numb. So back to this political shit, man. I voted one time, man, and it didn't make me feel good about myself, man. It didn't make me feel good because, you know what I mean, it was like I'm not making no change by standing here. I'll make a bigger change if I was outside telling people, you know what I mean, let's go up here and clean up this block. Let's go around here and take this money that they going to put in all these poles and all the rest of that shit and put into, you know what I'm saying, and put it into this community. Let's instead of them continuing to talk about the crime problem and the police and all the rest of that, how about we police our own people? Stop having forums and shit. This is for Baltimore, the home of the fucking wire. Stop having forums and shit like that to talk about how bad Baltimore is. Nigga, stand up and do something about Baltimore. Don't keep talking about how bad it is. We know what it look like. We know what that shit look like. It's real. It's real. Go out there and do something in your community, man. And I want somebody to reply off of this, man. But just feel it. I don't give a damn what you say. Whether you disagree, agree. Let me just know that you're doing something besides looking at different videos and shit like that all day for real. You know what I mean? Because this is big. This is bigger than just us sitting right here, right now. You know what I mean? This is big. I want y'all keep checking back because I'm going to keep going. Shouts out to my man LA. He about to do his thing on here too. And I want y'all to check us out. You know what I mean? For real. Because continue to do this. We gotta get the word out there. So send us around to your friends, send it around all your peoples. Alright, peace.